conquering fear with past life regression. There is, in a certain way, there's nothing more important in your spiritual progression, in your energy, emotional healing journey than conquering fear. Fear, it's been said, is the opposite of love. And every negative emotion is rooted in fear. One source of fear is what we call separation consciousness. And separation consciousness means that, just like it sounds, you feel separate. You have a separate identity as this thing that's kind of disconnected from everything else, just kind of dangling out in the universe, and that will eventually die. So the primary fear, in a way, is fear of death. And if fear is the opposite of love, then we definitely need to move away from it. And so what I found through a couple of close meetings with potential death was the power of past life regression, of knowing, deep down knowing, not believing, not hypothesizing, but knowing that you don't die. Knowing that you will never die is a game-changing thing. And in some ways you could think of it as a prerequisite to real spiritual growth. And in my experience, nothing lets you know about your immortality on a soul level more than past life regression. See, with past life regression, as soon as you go into the hypnotic state in past life regression, and that hypnotic state can be very light, and you can be very aware of what's going on. As soon as you go into that state, you are connecting to your higher self, your soul, the part of you that never dies. And as soon as you do that, you connect to the knowing of that part of you. And when you do that, especially multiple times, then your consciousness changes. Because it changes from, yeah, I believe in reincarnation, I believe you never die, to it just being a knowing. Just like I don't worry when the sun goes down that it might never come up again. I know it will. Now, imagine if that's the way you felt on your deathbed. Imagine if that's the way that everybody felt when somebody died. Imagine if we all had the kind of consciousness that reflected the fact that reincarnation is true. It would change a lot of things. If you knew that you had to rebalance things, karma, in future lives, you might not mess up as much now. You might be a nicer more generous person. But primarily, you would lose that fear of death that underlies all other fears. And if we are going to make it to the next level, a big part of that is conquering fear. And the best way, as I say, that I've ever seen to do that is past life regression. Because past life regression pulls you into a wide-angle view and lets you see your life in the context of your previous lives and in the context of the soul that you really are, rather than the personality you are currently being. So if you really want to eliminate fear, and I think it's a really good goal, consider doing past life regression. And consider doing it fairly regularly, like once or twice a year. And make it a cornerstone of your spiritual practice. And you will see inner transformation on a deep emotional level that you wouldn't have thought possible. In general, you'll also find yourself healing on many other levels, but primarily, you will come into alignment with your life purpose, with your higher self, and you will clear the fear that blocks you from the higher frequencies that are coming in quickly. Thanks so much for watching. If you'd like more information on my work, please go to andysway.com. If you'd like to book a session, you can email me at andysway@yahoo.com or fill out the form on my website, and I'll get back to you. Thank you very much.